Nobody tells you how disorienting freedom can feel. You leave the 9 to 5 to build your dream, and suddenly the quiet feels heavier than the job ever did. And if you don't know how to stay centered, that silence turns into self-doubt really, really fast. So in this video, I'll share tools to help you navigate the emotional crash so you can stay grounded, keep going, and actually build the life that you left the 9 to 5 for. Everyone talks about the financial risks of quitting your job, yeah? But what about the emotional toll of watching others move forward while you're still figuring things out? How do you stay focused when their path looks so much clearer than yours? You could be scrolling LinkedIn and you find that your old coworker just got promoted to director, yeah? Another friend just closed on their first house, and you're sitting in your room trying to design a landing page for a product that no one has bought yet. It messes with your head, definitely, yeah? They have structure, they have titles, they have like a clear roadmap. And what you have is this like blank doc, some late nights, and this vague belief that it will all pay off someday, yeah? And even though you chose this path on purpose, the doubt just still creeps in, right? Especially when the external validation dries up, because you find that no one claps for experiments. And some days that can really make you question every single thing. Like, did I just set myself back 5 years? Am I falling behind? But here's the thing, what looks like progress on the traditional path, the one that is just certain, isn't always growth. That promotion, it might come with more stress and less freedom, yeah, and less control. You're not falling behind, you're just building something that hasn't been seen before. Titles used to define you. Now you're free, right? But from what exactly? When you no longer have this clear answer to, so what do you do? What anchors you anymore, yeah? You meet someone new and they ask the inevitable, what do you do? And you pause, yeah? You stumble, you try to explain your project or your business or your YouTube channel, and halfway through, you feel like you're rambling, yeah? Most of us tied our identity to what we did. I'm a designer, I'm a marketer, I work at X, yeah? So when you walk away from that, it's not just a career shift, it's an identity collapse. You're no longer who you were, but you're not yet who you're becoming. And that in between is so uncomfortable. It's unvalidated, it often feels invisible. But if you can sit in that particular discomfort, if you can keep creating through the fog, something really powerful happens, yeah? You don't just build a business, you rebuild yourself. So you escaped the hustle culture, but the burnout still followed you. Why does freedom sometimes feel like it's just as heavy as the job you left behind? It's 11 p.m. and you're trying to edit your first product video. You're the script writer, you're the editor, you're the thumbnail designer, the marketer, yeah, all these things. And every decision, every task, every outcome, it's all on you. There's no manager breathing down your neck, but there's also no teammate to lean on. So you keep pretending you're fine there, even when you're so exhausted. Burnout isn't just about doing too much, it's also about doing it all alone, yeah? When every task feels critical, and there's no one to pass the weight to, that pressure builds fast. And freedom without support isn't freedom, it's isolation. Burnout doesn't just come from doing too much. It comes from holding every single thing yourself, with no support, no structure, and no one to pass the weight to. When progress isn't visible, it's easy to assume that you've stalled, you know. But is that really the case? Or are you just moving through a quieter kind of growth? Last week, you were shipping content, talking to customers, yeah, full of so much momentum. This week, you're journaling more, you're thinking through strategy, you're taking naps to rest, and you feel like a fraud. Personally, that's how I felt. Yeah, we're trained to measure success by output, by metrics. Yeah, how many views did I get? How many dollars? How fast you're moving. So when you have a low output week, your brain screams, "You're falling behind." But real growth isn't constant output. It includes rest. It includes integration, and it has a lot of invisible wins. If you don't redefine what progress looks like for you, you'll burn out chasing a version of success that doesn't fit the life that you're trying to build. Progress isn't always visible. Showing up when no one is watching is the win. So you've done the work, you're close to momentum, and yet it feels like everything is falling apart. Why does it get hardest right before things get better? You make your first digital sale, yeah, and you immediately wonder if it was a fluke. You get your first YouTube comments and panic that you won't be able to replicate it. The imposter syndrome hits harder. You feel like you're about to just crash. But here's what no one tells you. That feeling, that resistance, it's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign you're growing, because stretching into something new is always uncomfortable, right? Freedom feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar doesn't always feel safe. You'll want to quit right before it gets good, not because you're lost, but because freedom feels unfamiliar. So you left the 9 to 5 to build your dream, but now the silence feels heavier than the job ever did. Yeah. What if the doubt you're feeling isn't failure, but the first step to freedom? In this next video, I'll unpack why I started from scratch and show you exactly how I'm building a life on my terms, one single imperfect step at a time. I'll see you there, yeah? Cheers.